What is labor force? Labor force refers to people who are working or actively looking for a job in this economy. It refers to two people, which is employment and unemployment individual. Labor force is really important to a country. Why? Because it can reflect the economics of the country, which is a good way or the bad way. So let's see what is labor force in Malaysia and what sectors of that.
So let's move to the next part, which you guys even know what is actually the 5 main economic sector in our countries. So let me explain to you one by one from the perspective of labor market. First, I will start with the largest employee in the labor market, which is services sector. In this sector, jobs include in high skills such as finance, ICT, healthcare, and this sector is also include low skills such as retail and even tourism. So next, we move to the second sector, which is manufacturing sector. This sector actually creates a job opportunity, especially in industrial areas. Major employee in electronic, automobile, and food processing industry. Other main economic sector in Malaysia is the construction sector. This sector relies heavily on manual labor. Most jobs in this sector basically project-based and physically demanding. Let's move to the next sector, which is mining and quarrying. Most jobs require a specialized skill such as engineer, technician, and geologist. And it of course offer a higher wages. So guys, if you guys interested in higher wages, go for this sector. Last but not least, we move to the agriculture sector. The agriculture sector actually facing a labor shortage as younger workers move to the urban areas. So that's why the employment in the agriculture sector is lower today, but it still remains important for food supply.
The graph shows an overall increase in employment in the services sector from 2020 to 2024. The slower growth in the early period was influenced by the impact of COVID-19, while the subsequent rise was driven by economic recovery, business reopening, and growth in digital and tourism-related services.
Okay, next is illustrate employment trends in Malaysia's manufacturing sector from 2020 to 2024 using the OSM data. Manufacturing employment increased from approximately 2.2 million workers in 2020 to 2.3 million workers in 2021, followed by a period of stagnation in 2022. A significant improvement occurred in 2023, where employment rose to around 2.4 million, and this level was sustained in 2024. Overall, the findings suggest that the manufacturing sector experienced post-2020 recovery and labor market stability, reflecting its continued as a role key contributor to Malaysia's economy. So, next we can see the agriculture sector. As we can see, the graph of the agriculture sector at 2020 until 2021, we can see it's sloping down because of the pandemic COVID-19, which is it remained almost the same in 2022. However, as you can see, starting from the 2023, the employment of the agriculture started to increase again because of the sectors will be opened fully. Then it will continue rise to 2024, which means the sector is in a good way to be more operational.
So we move to the construction sector. The number of employment in this sector show insignificant fluctuation from year to year. As you guys can see, in 2020, unemployment is 1.18 million and decreased to 1.16 million in 2021. However, in 2022, the employment expanded to 1.24 million and expanded again in 1.39 in 2024. The decrease in employment in 2021 because of the pandemic COVID-19. The economy collapsed, so that many companies have to fire their employees. After the era of pandemic COVID-19, the economy started to recover and rebound in project demand.
Next, we are going to move on to the mining industry. Based on the employment data in mining industry, we can see that the numbers of the employment keep increasing from 2020 to 2023. But from 2023 to 2024, the sum of employment start declining for about 0.1 million from the previous year. Overall, employment in the mining industry showed consistent growth over most of the period, reflecting industry expansion, but the small decline in 2024 indicates a minor adjustment after reaching its highest level in 2023. Next, I want to explain about the changes and trends over time. For the services sector, we can see that services sectors shows a continuous increase and remains the largest employer in Malaysia. Urban growth has increased demand for jobs in retail, education, healthcare, finance, and tourism. Most new jobs are created in cities where service activities are connected. And then, if we go to the manufacturing sector, we can see that manufacturing employment remains stable but grows more slowly compared to services. Automation and improved technology reduce the need for large numbers of workers. And then, if we go to the construction sector, the construction employment changes according to development project. Urban expansion and infrastructure development increase construction jobs. If we go to the mining sector, the mining employs the smallest share of the labor force. Employment fluctuates depending on global commodity prices. If we see the agriculture sector, employment in agriculture shows a long-term decline. Modern farming uses more machines, which reduces labor demand.
Among the issues and challenges in workforce of Malaysian industry are the shortage of skilled workers, dependence on foreign labor, and wage and cost of living issues. Firstly, industry in Malaysia, particularly the manufacturing, technology, and engineering sectors, are facing a shortage of highly skilled workers. The education system and vocational training have not yet fully aligned with industry needs, resulting in a skill mismatch. Secondly, many sectors such as construction, plantation, and manufacturing rely heavily on foreign workers for labor-intensive jobs. This dependence exposes industry to the risk of operational disruption when policy restriction, pandemics, or immigration issues occur. As a result, any disruption in foreign labor supply can directly slow down production and increase operational costs. And lastly, slow wage growth compared to the rising cost of living undermines workers' well-being. This situation can reduce motivation, increase employee turnover, and encourage the migration of skilled workers to other countries, also known as brain drain. Therefore, workers may seek better paying opportunities elsewhere, which further reduce the availability of skilled talent in Malaysia.
Okay, to sum up, the distribution of labor across industry highlights significant structural changes within Malaysia's economy. Understanding these employment patterns is crucial for effective economic planning as it supports the development of target labor market, education, and industrial policy. Such measures are essential to enhance productivity, reduce skill mismatch, and promote inclusive and sustainable economic growth. That's all from us. Thank you.